Some more Giants news as DeAndre Baker has been placed on the Commissioner Exempt List, and for those who don't know, that's basically a list that only the commissioner can make, and he has the power to put a player on that list and basically take him away from playing in games and team practices. And it's really up to Roger Goodell and I guess the the system and how it works out with his case and all that stuff as to when he's allowed to be back with the team. So he's still allowed to go to the training facility and do workouts and even have the team trainers look at him and stuff like that. If the Giants grant that to him, we have to wait and see about that part. But DeAndre Baker is placed on this exempt list. If games started next week, for example, he would not be able to play. So that's definitely unfortunate for him. So just a few days ago, there were reports coming out that Baker and Aldrick Rosas were going to report to camp, and now it's both of them are not going to be part of the team, it seems like. So that's really a quick turn of events right there in a few days. So Baker will still be getting paid during this, which probably does not sit right with some people. It's basically a paid vacation in a way, which it's kind of weird how that works, honestly, but we'll see. So the exempt list does not take up a roster spot. That is something I researched before, and that is definitely some big news for the Giants. I mean, they can carry, I think, a limited amount of players based on the whole pandemic situation going into this training camp. So for them to get that extra roster spot might be a big thing for them. So that's definitely good news. So as I said, he can still attend the workouts and get treatments from the staff and stuff like that, but he's not allowed to practice and he's not allowed to play in any games. There's probably not going to be preseason games anyway, but regular season until he's off that exempt list. So there's been some other players to be on this list for Roger Goodell. Not too many: Michael Vick, Adrian Peterson, Kareem Hunt, Greg Hardy, and then Josh Brown, who used to kick for the Giants. And of course, the Giants tried to cover up this situation. It was not a good look for the organization. So Baker is still facing these 8 felony charges for his alleged armed robbery incident, so that stuff has to get sorted out with the whole law system and stuff like that. We'll have to wait and see how long this will actually take. Quentin Dunbar had the same thing done to him. He's also on the exempt list, the guy that was with Baker during the time of the robbery. So the Giants can still release Baker technically and just cut him from the team, but it really would make no sense at this moment because he's not taking up a roster spot. So if he was still on the roster and the Giants didn't want him to take up a roster spot, then yeah, it would make sense to cut him. But now that he's on this exempt list, he does not take up that roster spot, so it's what's the point of cutting the guy? Of course, the Giants, if they cut him, have to find a way to get all of his money off the books. You don't want to have a few $1 million in dead cap space over DeAndre Baker for the next few seasons, so they have to make sure they get that stuff sorted out, and hopefully they do. But this wasn't too surprising. I mean, this is a situation that was just terrible from the moment we heard it, and for one moment it was looking good for DeAndre Baker, and then it started looking bad again, and then we find out he's paying off people to cover up for him, and it's just it's a whole crap show, honestly. So I mean, look, hopefully, as I said for Aldrick Rosas, I hope this guy gets his life on track. He's 22 years old. That's younger than me. I mean, I feel so bad for him. I mean, I know he made the mistake here, but I really hope he gets out of this and gets an opportunity to play for, whether it's the Giants or some other team. It's not fair to have, basically your NFL career cut short, and I know it's his wrongdoing, which is the worst part, but the guy obviously has some immaturity issues and some bad decision-making issues as well. So, hopefully he gets his life on the right path and all that type of stuff. And for the Giants' sake, they do get an extra roster spot because of this. And for DeAndre Baker, he still gets paid for now. We'll have to see what Goodell does in the future with the exempt list, and I'm sure it'll come down to what his actual charges are in the end once, the whole justice system and all that is sorted out. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, he won't be on a roster, but he's still getting paid. Very weird situation. And the Giants can use that roster spots for somebody else. So I guess it is pretty good news. So that's pretty much it. Just a quick update about that stuff. Not really a surprise. And let me know in the comments how you feel about this. And I'll talk to you guys next time.